Or set. Do it. Hit it. Send it. Yep.
By the way, guys, everybody watching, Luke over here has got a special filter. It's called the Minecraft filter for the podcast.
It's the original texture pack.
Exactly.
Straight from 2006 when the game launched.
Yep. So that's what's up for those classic. And then we have Jaber over here on my right.
Hello.
And Lord Cypher on the very corner. And his turtle's
He
not
looks
saying hi
impressed.
today.
And the turtle is shy.
And my turtle in the very, very, very corner.
Oh, there it is. The turtle.
There we go.
Does she have a name, by the way? Or you just have her there?
She's Suicune, like the Pokemon.
Oh, Suicune. Okay.
I like that.
Don't put it
Okay, never mind. Yeah.
One was Ho-Ho, and this one is Suicune. Yeah, Ho-Ho is dead.
What happened to Ho-Ho? Like, how did she die? Or he?
He had a very bad illness. Basically, the carapace will blend and destroy itself. Basically, so yeah, that's a yeah.
What the fetch? Wow, that's interesting. It's like
That's sad.
self-destruction from within. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we can go. We can go there.
Like a real Pokemon, self-destruction.
Oh man,
It was learning.
if I was to hold that car pod looked like a bleeding giant that Cypher had then, that little small espresso cup.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's a really short espresso.
That's a different contrast right there. Look at that. It's got even drips of it.
I mean, I have this,
You gotta
and we can go bigger.
Massive one.
If you watch the last podcast episode, you'll know it can go bigger than the one he just showed. Anyway, dudes, over here, everybody that doesn't know who we are, we're pretty much the team running Streaming Live Academy. Content creators, full-time pretty much. We have our, like Cypher over here is a marketing genie. He's like the Will Smith of marketing for us, right?
Really? Wow.
And then Jaber over here, I think just a self-introduction for new people. I think you said you were a professional post wrestler from the WWE.
Not from the WWE, no. But yeah.
In my eyes, you are.
You are. You're WWE.
You are my WWE. And German Luke down here, he's
Minecraft.
full-time, right?
Yeah, full-time. Full-time Minecraft.
Full-time bloody streamer.
I mean, if you start like PewDiePie, it's fine.
That's true. If it blows up like PewDiePie's Minecraft, I'll be okay with that.
Definitely.
Nice.
I will take 10% of that too. It doesn't have to be the whole way. I'm not greedy. 10%.
Even 3% is fine, honestly.
Yeah. So, guys, to first start things off, I don't know if you're on Twitter and whatnot, but did you hear about the Twitter hack? Did you give your Bitcoin to Apple, Elon Musk, Bill Gates, Joe Biden, all those people? Did you hear about that?
I got no Bitcoin.
I did. I also gave some money to a Nigerian prince as well. That sent me an email that said I'd come into some inheritance of $15 million.
Yeah, well, it's when I was I don't know, I think I was 14, so around there, I sent my iPod Touch to Africa for $200. Never received them. That was a hard lesson learned.
Oh, you never received the 200?
No, my dad kept telling me, they're fake, man. I'm like, but this guy, Dad, he seems so real, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, just do it. Learn the hard way. And I did it. I learned the hard way. Let's see. So the Twitter hack, guys, the thing that happened is apparently Twitter got a way that people didn't necessarily hack the account itself through the person controlling the account, the owner. It was more through Twitter's back end is what it's looking like.
Mm-hmm. It wasn't going on for too long though, right? They were able to shut it down in a couple hours.
Yeah, if I remember right, it was about that. They actually even had to. I think it was more than 2 hours, but yeah, like 4 or 6 hours, and they were able to stop it. But I just personally, as soon as I saw it, I was like, because I saw it happening live, and I was like, no man, Elon Musk is giving away Bitcoin, and I read the thing, and then I noticed that someone else did it. I was like, wait a second, this is fishy.
All this, yeah. But how do you like? Do you think the people that actually sent the Bitcoin? Do you think that was stupid? Like, do you think that's like their own fault? They should have used a little bit of common sense, or
I think so because, but then again, it comes down to your average consumer for sure would probably not notice it. But what is your average consumer doing with Bitcoin anyway? And then second, the link itself, if you actually read it, it was the same one. I noticed just based on the first four digits of it, and then there's YouTube videos covering all that stuff, that it was obvious that it was the same one.
it went all to the same current wallet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And especially when Apple did it, I was like, nah. As soon as I saw the Apple one, that's when I was like, no.
They ain't give
Apple,
it back.
yeah, no, like Apple, the way they handled Bitcoin, it's like, no way they're just going to go start giving it away for free, you know? Nah. If Tim Cook tweeted from his account directly, I would more be pressed to believe that. But not the official Apple one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well. I think it's because it came from people that you wouldn't usually expect. And we all know Elon Musk can be pretty out there sometimes. So people that were solely following him and not Bill Gates and Jeff Bezos probably thought, well, he's probably legit. So they went ahead and did it. But when it started, as you said, when it started coming out that other people were putting it up, then it did look more and more like a scam. So, yeah. Quite shocked actually that it took Twitter more than a couple of hours to actually shut that down. I thought somebody probably would have been on that. Not right away, but a bit more prompt.
Mm-hmm.
There's an article right now on The Verge that just came out a little bit ago. It's like lawmakers demand more details on Twitter's massive hack. How do you guys feel about that? If you were like at the level of them, like,
you mean like Bill Gates or Elon Musk suing Twitter for the breach?
Like, if it happened to you and you were sort of the equivalent of that, how would you react? Knowing that your Twitter, and technically they took your voice and used it for a little bit.
That's a good question. I mean, probably like invaded almost.
Like Lord Cypher. What if your name, it's like Lord Cypher.
You went right out there with the Lord, right from the get-go.
Exactly. It's like you have all your followers and all your believers, and out of nowhere, you're like teaching them truth, and they take your Twitter and then they throw some trash out there that's even insulting because it's that cheap. How would you feel?
I mean, I don't actually, honestly, I don't really care. The real question is another one. Can I prove that it was not my fault of security and it was Twitter fault of security? Because if I can, I will totally call my lawyer and ask them to sue Twitter for low security. And that's it. Like, there is nothing personal. It's a business, so I need money. And with that much money that I will win the cause, I will probably invest in ads and have more followers. And become a real king, not lord.
Upgrade right there and then.
Do you think it's actually going to harm Twitter in the long run, or do you think by this time?
No, it was just 2 hours of. I mean, it just made Twitter probably more secure because they have to be very careful. Plus, right now, Twitter is very careful because of the GDPR situation in America and in Europe. They are very careful about privacy and all of this data structure contest. So, I mean,
I'm just testing this.
I don't think it will damage them on the long run, but definitely
Minecraft
some of them
live.
will receive a lawsuit for sure. Like, they have to protect the situation. But again, it will be not a problem for Twitter because I am 100% sure that Twitter have insurance on hacking. So they are
So it doesn't even have to come out of their pockets.
Exactly. They already pay. I can't even imagine how much money every month in insurances for GDPR, for privacy, and for hacking data. Because if they end up like MySpace,
Mm-hmm.
rip.
Rip.
Pretty much.
Lord Cypher has spoken. Rip.
Rip.
I think there'll be a bit of distrust there for a while. People will be a bit nervous about putting certain things out there, but in the long run, it won't hurt them too much. As Cypher said.
I think it's
Do you think it was a good lesson for the average Twitter user to learn to not just
Definitely.
I don't know, send money to random people at random coin wallets that get rich like Steam?
I think you're always going to get that though, aren't you?
That's true. I think so. But the average consumer probably forget about it within a couple of weeks.
That's the
And
point.
if it would happen again, they would just send it again.
I mean, if there is still the email message that is saying, I am a prince of Arabia and I want your money and I will give you, and it works. If they are still sending it, it means it works. So
They're still okay.
it will not change anything in my view.
I see.
And that is true. I could see that.
Yeah.
So, guys, on the other thing you had covered up was Luke brought up this good topic. I think it's interesting, and I think we can talk about it pretty good. Is the separation now that you work it from home? It applies if you're working at home or if you've been for a while.
Yeah.
Separating home life from work life. How do we go at it, and should you even worry about it?
Yeah.
Well, up until last week, I was a deputy manager of a care home.
Mm-hmm.
There'd be sometimes where I'd have to work from home, but fortunately enough, I had a laptop from the company I work for. So I found it distracting sometimes, but in terms of work and life balance on them days, as soon as the laptop was off, it was away. And that was it for the day. I don't even have my emails on my phone because, as I've fallen into that trap before, you're looking at your emails, getting stressed when you're not even at work. So,
good point.
Yeah, that's how I see it.
I think it can get pretty blurry, the line between like work and just like your private. What is that? Coconut water? Oh shit! It really.
I need a sponsor, man. I just drink anything I can on stream, and one day I should be ding 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 ding.
I think the line between like private life and work life can get pretty blurry. Like especially, for example, for me right now, trying to do this full time, my desk is literally touching the back end of my bed, just because that's how small the apartment is that I'm living in right now. So like, there's not really a physical difference between work, so to speak, and sleep.
Yeah.
Like even if you're in bed just chilling, you still.
Yeah, I agree.
Jesus Christ!
But for example, for you have like a legit like office setup, right?
Yeah, this is a separate room from my bedroom. Yeah.
So do you think that helps to have a separate room? Like when you close the door, this is work. Now I'm going to do this, and then when you walk out of it, you close the door from the other side, and you're done.
I don't really see it as like that separation. Is more of what I'm gonna do for the day. But yeah, definitely when I started streaming, I was streaming off the bedroom. And I had a camera. Literally, the entire wires would go across the room, under the bed, and come out on the corner. And then I have a little desk that you could fold, and then I would fold it up, put my laptop, and start streaming with the webcam there. And literally, sometimes my wife would be sleeping while I'm just there streaming, talking to people and whatnot.
Poor wife.
That's interesting. I mean, you gotta start somewhere, I guess.
That's how
You should
I
try
started,
that,
man. And that was like, bed was the office, and then after a month of that, almost, I think it was, we decided, you know what, we're gonna take this serious, so we'll get a separate room, and that's when we started doing it here. But yeah, mostly with life and work, I do believe, me personally, at first I felt like I was like immune to it in the sense that I'm like, I can handle both, but and not have much of a separation. But I definitely believe in the long term, it's definitely good to have a separation, just for specifically your loved ones and probably yourself, mental health.
How are you doing it right now, Cypher? I mean, is that
I have my bed in here. That's basically my room. So I don't know. I know that there are a lot of researches that proves that, for example, if you want to be even at home very effective, very productive, dressing in jobs clothes actually make a lot of changes. I know for a fact that when I actually work in a company and not at home, I am actually incredibly more productive because not only I am very work focused, but at the same time, the concept is that I work surrounded by people that, like me, have the same goal, and I actually am a lot more productive. For example, like when I speak with you guys, I see for a fact that I am actually more productive because we are actually all like-minded, with the same goal, with the same focus, with this, not always the same ideas, but that's like, it helps with the creative process too.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think the dressing for work is it's a big thing, I think. Yeah.
Totally agree.
I mean, full disclosure, but if I don't turn the camera on, I usually don't even put on pants. When I just write an article, you know, like I literally go to bed over here and I just sit down and I just start typing. But it's not really, there's no,
100% agree with that.
If I wouldn't have to stand up, I probably would have just put on a t-shirt right now. But sometimes you do have to get up and use the bathroom, and it looks kind of awkward if I get up and
there's a mirror behind you.
And there's a mirror to keep myself accountable. Just to double check if I checked all the boxes, you know? Like,
dude, if you reach to scratch your balls, we can see it.
Yeah, you could. Right here.
And then Japer, what about you, dude? Same setting, like your room? So that
I'm in my bedroom. I've got my bed over there. But I'm due to move soon. But I will be in my room again. But I'm gonna put it in a way where apparently there's more space. So it'll be in a way where you can't see my bed in the background, and I'll just have a wall behind me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So might get green screen as well.
Wow, man, Japer's like switching jobs, switching home places. He's switching everything.
I mean, he's a professional, not like us noobs.
So, guys, I think that pretty much covers it in the sense of, I think people in the comment section and social media, hit us up and tell us what you think is, or if it's even necessary for you, or what tricks have you used for separating work and your home stuff. The other thing is, real quick, guys, I wanted to cover as a content creator is like, when playing games, do you think it has affected your enjoyment of video games?
To streaming them?
Yeah, to streaming or even recording YouTube videos about video games.
A lot. Actually, a lot.
I don't think
now I hate some of them.
some of the games. You just you play them because of the stream.
The point is that I'm a very emotional person, and I'm Italian, so mamma mia. But imagine the idea that you are playing a game. If I am streaming a game, it's not like, okay, I try the game. 10 minutes, the game, I don't like the game. 15 minutes, I don't like the game. It's not like I can say, okay, this game is a bullshit, a dog shit, a dog crap, and I just close it and play something else. Because people actually are interested in the freaking shitty game, and I'm like, can't you see this is a dog poop?
If you start it, you kind of have to follow through with it.
That's the point. That's the point.
Just like, changing it.
Is a commitment.
Commitment, right?
Yes.
That's a good word.
Jesus
That's
Christ,
true.
I know
Okay.
words in English.
It's
I
like
think through
changing-
streaming,
Yeah.
it's opened my mindset up. Before streaming and making content this year, I would only play sports games like FIFA and that, and Counter Strike. But now I've been off of stream. I've been playing stuff like League of Legends, Path of Exile, other things as well. I mean, I got Rainbow Six here yesterday,
Mhm.
which shows totally get £8 in the store. But yeah, I mean, I've made content before just for the sake of streaming it. You know what I mean? I've become known as the CS:GO, mainly CS:GO streamer. So I think I've got the mindset of I have to carry on playing it at least
At that
twice a
game.
week on stream.
Oh, I see. Yeah, because that's what people associate with.
Yeah.
With your stream and everything.
That's
I mean, I've done a few FIFA streams, and like people have gone to my YouTube and they've gone, "Well, you play CS:GO as well." So it's been it's been like that.
Hmm. I totally agree with Cypher though that sometimes you start a game and then after 10 minutes, even if it's a game that you're regularly playing, you're just not feeling it that day, or it's just not, in your opinion, a great game, and you want to switch it, but you already have people asking questions about the game, and it's like, I really don't want to go any further, but then you just kind of knock it out for the duration of your stream or something.
Plus, you are speaking of one of the cases, and that's the case in which you don't want to play it, but people want to play it. But
Right.
if we take the reverse situation, for example, you all know that I am working with Klitlika, and I am alpha testing Final Fantasy VIII hardcore mode, okay?
Right.
This mode is incredibly hard. I would say it is very rewarding, but I have to find every bug. I have to find every problem. I have to find every situation. I have to, like, it is boring for people that are not so involved like me. So
Hmm.
I can totally understand why people comes for like 20 minutes and they go away, because if you are not that big of a fan of Final Fantasy, you don't really care about that shit, you know?
Right. It's true.
yeah.
Do you guys
that's true.
still do a lot of like play video games off stream, or has it kind of evolved to it's just on stream and then it like that's enough? I don't like
I have to do it, or
either
I'll
have
just
time
bang
or
myself
like not the
across on
energy
the
to do
screen.
it. What was that?
I have to, or I'll just bang my head against this computer right now. Because honestly, I love video games, but I'm the kind of person that will play a game hard for a day or two, for 2 hours a day, and then I don't know where I just don't want to play it anymore, and I'll play something else. And I'll come back to it in a week or two. And so that to me is definitely something that I struggle with streaming, which I don't know. That's why I like YouTube, because YouTube, it's varied, and I mean, you put it out there and you'll find people to watch it. But streaming is just so like, it's the more varied you are, I guess, the harder it is for people to find you when it comes to streaming, or even remember.
The more like a variety streamer.
Yeah.
I am the only one that thinks that if I am playing a game, okay, whatever it is, this game, I don't really care. Whatever game, and I'm not streaming, I am losing time.
Yeah.
It's me.
Yeah,
I feel the same way. But it's kind of the conflict. Like if I'm playing a game, I'm like, oh, I could stream this because then there's the potential for something to happen, like exposure or whatnot. And I'm already playing it anyways, might as well stream. But on the other side, it's like my performance in the game goes down the drain when I stream. Because now I'm like focusing half on the stream and half on the game instead of 100% of the game. And it's like, do I want to play the game for my own personal gain? So I won't stream, or, do I just...
I think that's.
Yeah.
lost my-
I think if you want to go hard on a game, don't stream it. Because there'll be sometimes that But you know, in the game we played the other night in CS:GO, Cypher and Luke, where people were just talking to me constantly in my stream, and I was just breaking concentration.
Right, you're just not that focused.
You see, I know what you mean. It's very hard to concentrate on the stream and play your best while somebody's trying to ask you questions, and it's multitasking, isn't it?
Right.
That is true. I think with it's definitely with first persons, but it's like I had a thought right there. I think it comes to the separation of work, home, and work. Also, I think you can apply that to gaming too.
Yeah.
At least I've had to do that in order to keep my sanity and be able to like not go crazy and destroy my Xbox at times.
Can you really do that? I am asking. Like okay, maybe this is a little bit 18 plus argument, but for almost everyone, having a relationship and having sex is something that's like a plus. That's a nice thing. Okay.
Stream on pause.
Okay.
It's real quick.
But the question, it's very safe. Don't worry.
Okay.
But the question is, if you do that as a job, so you are people like Rocco Siffredi or people that do that as a job, do you really enjoy that as much? I don't think so. Because when you start doing something as a job, your whole way of approaching that thing is totally different. I think Jurassic Watcher hate me, but that's fine.
Oh, Rex, yeah, you broke his puppy pyramid.
Yeah.
He was putting in the chat.
I think definitely that's why, for example, Last of Us 2, I haven't streamed it because honestly I feel, one, statistically speaking, I don't feel like no one would watch me, and second, I don't care if someone does. I just want to enjoy the story at my pace. I've had it since it came out and I still haven't beaten it, but I'm okay with it. Witcher, same thing. Of course, I had an audio bug that for some reason the game had audio but no voice. Cypher saw that once.
Yeah.
And I wasn't able to fix it. So anyway, I went back to, because of the audio was one reason, but I also wanted to keep it to myself. I'm like, I don't want to work with Witcher. I want to play Witcher. So I choose some titles that I'm not going to stream, no matter how popular, how good, or how much I enjoy them, just for the sake of keeping things.
Yeah, because you want to fap while you do the Witcher stuff. We all know that. Don't worry.
No. Yeah. With your hair, though.
Yeah, I am happy because people, people are not so offensive as I thought on Twitch. I thought they would say, like, I am a crazy ass, but they said, you look like Einstein. Thank you.
I mean, he was a crazy ass.
He had very crazy hair, so that's fine.
It's true. Well,
I agree. There's definitely some things I play off stream, and then it's tuned. Yeah, I wouldn't stream it because I would just take the fun out of it.
Yeah.
Question, guys. Now we speak about fun game, professional game. If I ask you, would you ever start speedrunning? Like, speedrunning for me is probably the closest way to work on a game, because it is work. You're basically doing something professional to achieve a well-known goal, that is to play it faster than everyone else.
I wouldn't do it personally.
I'm having a hard time seeing that as work, though, because that's something you enjoy, right? That's your way of playing the game.
Not exactly.
If you want to do if you want to beat like the record or something, it is work. It takes a lot of preparation and focus.
Like, imagine this: we can take one game, for example. We can take. How many speedruns did you see, guys? Do you ever see a Zelda speedrun?
No.
Zelda? No. I watched World of Warcraft, Minecraft speedruns. I know you were trying.
Those are kind of simple speedruns, but for example, if we take Zelda speedrun, for example.
Yeah.
When you're speedrunning a game, the majority of ways, or Dark Souls, both Dark Souls and Zelda is even more, you are not actually playing the actual game. You are actually doing some glitch, some bug, some stuff. So you are not training for the game. You are training to exploit a dynamic of the game.
Yeah,
Or
right.
imagine Dark Souls. There is this guy that started with Dark Souls 3, Dark Souls 2, Dark Souls 1, the whole game in a row without one single shot. So if he went and someone took, so if he took some damage, it was GG, and he had to start from the
Beginning.
first game. Yeah.
Ooh.
Is that even fucking enjoying the game? Like, what?
I think
That's
for
a
some
fucking
people,
work.
I mean, for some people, they enjoy it. It's
You
like
see
Okay.
the belt?
Okay,
Your
but
bed,
you have to
Cypher?
learn a shitload of new stuff that you don't even know existed in the first place. Like at times, data. You have to probably watch Reddit to see the scraped data. I don't know. Like, you see the game from another perspective.
oh, definitely, yeah.
But
Look.
again, like the thing is, like Cypher pointed out, he has a belt on his bed. Some people enjoy
Two
getting
belts.
whipped by that belt. So
Yeah.
Dark Souls. Some people enjoy getting whipped by Dark Souls.
I am like Jesus, but I don't do that with fishes. I do that with belts. I double the belt.
No, I mean,
What were you gonna say, Jay?
yeah. Didn't we have a viewer, both of us, that had the world record for speedrunning Crash Bandicoot? I can't remember his name. And he came into my stream a couple of weeks ago.
Wipe me, daddy. Oh, Jesus
Hang on.
Christ.
Let me have a look.
Yeah, you started something. You started something.
I started something. I always knew you had a kinky chat room.
His name, funnily enough, his name was Whip. His name was Whip.
Okay.
I'm
But it's
telling
off.
you, they're sick puppies, man. They're sick puppies.
We are
Yeah,
really a
Whip
secret.
CPL, yeah.
This is really a trees of foursome, sorry.
To get back to the question though, I think it comes down to anything. Like people really enjoy the speed run, and then it becomes work. Yeah, to like beat the record or to find exploits or whatnot. But it's the same way. For example, you enjoy marketing, and it became your work. You know, like then it's not. It doesn't really feel as work because you enjoy it that much.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I can earn a shitload of money thanks to that. Even if I reach the speed run,
can make a lot of money.
First of all, I don't have to be the best in the world to make money with the marketing.
Right.
I have to be decent. But the better I am, the more I can earn. But to become a speedrunner, you have to be at least in the top, I would say, 5 position in the whole freaking world.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you have to make it. You either have to break the record or find something other to exploit that no one has ever found.
That and plus to that, you are still not earning probably any money. Even if you are the fastest in the world, it doesn't really mean that if you open a Twitch account, you will earn money. Plus, if you don't go to events and you have to pay in the travel and everything, you will not even be popular. And if you go to the events, you not only need to be the fastest, but actually the more consistent, because you have to try to do that even during an event while explaining that shit.
Oh yeah, the explaining ones are. I saw the one from Turok, and I was the guy just explaining it and crap. I'm like, dude.
It's very niche, isn't it? Speed running.
I think
so. But it's super cool. But it's super cool. It is enjoyable to watch.
Yeah.
That's true. I concurred.
You Concorde. That's the aircraft, right? The Concorde.
Concorde.
Concorde. I think it's called. Well, boys, I think for that speedrunning, if anybody that watches this, you do speedrunning, let us know. Maybe you can like show us something, share a video with us of a specific title you're working on or that you've done. Honestly, I feel like speedrunning, modern games though, it's a lot more complicated in the sense that they get patched and whatnot, so that makes, I guess, keeps you, if you're in the top of your game, it definitely can keep you fresh. I mean, like, okay.
But
here comes
it doesn't
patch
work like
1.8.
that for speedrunners, because speedrunners a lot of times what they actually do is, this version is too patched. So what will we do? We'll play on version 1.0, and everyone
true,
is
they
like,
won't-
yeah, this is the most buggiest one. We will play on the 1.0.
So
Yeah.
they wouldn't like keep a series going of like this version I can do this like version.
No,
1.1,
because it's like,
1.2.
for example, if imagine you are doing one straight part of the game and they remove some speech in that part, you are actually earning, I don't know, 10 seconds because there is no speech in there. That's not fair anymore, because the other person that was faster than you had to see that speech or that part or that video or that
Yeah.
enemy. They all have to agree on one single version,
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, yeah.
and
To
they
make
will
it,
all play on that.
yeah. So
Okay,
you can
that makes
compare it.
sense.
Because otherwise,
Exactly.
it wouldn't be fair. You couldn't compare it because it's different versions of the game.
Totally.
Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Bye bye,
Boys,
Jurassic.
give me a second.
See you later, dude.
Turn on Do Not Disturb. There we go.
Okay.
That's Siri, by the way.
That's Siri.
Anyway,
I think those were the topics that we wanted to cover, though, right?
Yep, I think we're good.
Pretty much.
Yep.
Sweet.
This has been streamingliveacademy.com. Don't forget to sign up, get free courses. My course should be there eventually. I still have Luke's, and we'll have Jake Burn and everybody else is coming in through the